We've got our ball bouncing off of the two side walls. Now we could just as easily add another axis and have it bouncing off of all four walls, right? We know that we have an X and a Y value on our point, and we're only using the X at the moment, so we can easily make another variable to cover the Y variable right there. Okay, and replace that right there with the number. Okay, so it immediately popped to 20, because that's exactly what I just pasted in there. So, we could put it somewhere else on the screen, anywhere we want. For starters, we could even say initialize it at a random number. We could, random, and inside there we'll go from 0 and comma 400 because we know it's 400 pixels from, so it'd be from 0 to there. Whoops, I said 40, right? So then each time it's called, it could be at a random position. Do the same here, right? There. And so I could say random between, say, 50 and whatever, a random value with a certain range. But if it's 0, then you only really need to supply one of the values, actually. So I can just say random 400 and it will generate a value from 0 to 400. Very cool. So each time it's going to spawn in a different position. Okay, so now let's say we want to get this thing moving in the Y. We have a Y. There it is. We want to also update the Y, but of course we want to make sure it doesn't go through the walls, so we might as well just copy this code here. But then there's going to be a problem, of course. See, like if I make it so when it bumps into this wall, it updates the speed, then it's going to change the left to right, not the up and down part. We want it so when it bounces off the top wall, it's going to bounce downwards, not left, right? So that means we're going to need a separate speed for the x-axis and the y-axis. So that means we're going to have to differentiate here now. Let me do a little speed trick, because as you can see, speed, it's kind of used throughout the program, right? And that can be a problem replacing things real quick. So I'm going to grab speed like this and use Control F. Very nice feature. And now if I hit Control F again, it gives me an option where I can say, oh, I'd like to replace speed, every instance of speed with something else. Okay, so now I want to be associated with the x. So instead of speed, I'm going to say speed x, right? And over here it goes replace, right? And that replaces like the currently selected one, but I'm going to go all. And look, all of the speed have become speed X. So a quick way to quickly replace things on Khan Academy. Very nice. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing with the Y value. So I'm going to copy this line here and then quickly change that. So, that's funny. So that these all reflect the Y as well. Y, and just copy that and paste it over that. Okay. Okay, so and here Y, there Y. There. That hopefully. Little error. Speed Y has not been defined. So I need to, up here, also define my speed Y. And there we go. So now it's bouncing off the walls again. Now we simply need to also update the ball X and the ball Y the same way we did the ball X. So we're just going to change these to Y. And I didn't copy the semicolon part. There we go. And our ball is bouncing around in multiple directions and careening off the walls in a very predictable manner. it's kind of always in 45 degrees and kind of always stuck in the corner there. So one way to remedy that is to make sure that like this value and that value are not necessarily identical, and they don't have to be so round numbers. I could go 1.7 on one. See, and then right away I get something that's, a little more, less 45-degree angle and more variety in the bounce itself, you see. And you can tweak those numbers and also randomize them at different times. See, that's bouncing off of the walls. We'll call that bouncing off the walls. Something like that. And then, make another spin-off. Good to go. Update exposition. It's good to have notes so you know what's going on there. Everything is clear and concise and easy to understand. There you go.